This is my Glassnode analysis and on-chain metrics overview for January 2024. Just a reminder for the VIPs and people in our Discord, I post all the slides that we talk about in the Glassnode metrics channel for members, so you could review those at a later time. Okay. So the first thing we always look at is the NUPL indicator, stands for net unrealized profit loss, calculates amount of profit and loss if the investors were to sell their coins today at the price. Right now we see Bitcoin ranging. It's like flirting with the yellow and the green area, yellow being the optimism zone and the green being the belief zone. So at longer periods in the belief zone, higher prices. We eventually want to get to the blue euphoria greed at the very top. Bitcoin didn't do it last cycle, came very close. Ethereum did, and that marked the top of the cycle. Works really well. A note here I have is has respected major trend lines since the bottom in November 2022. A sustainable move back into the belief zone, because currently we're in the yellow, is almost guaranteed. Okay, and then we also look at Ethereum. So Ethereum is still strongly in the optimism in the yellow area. It's looking like it's heading toward the belief zone, which is the green area. In my opinion, I own a lot of ETH, and ETH is extremely undervalued compared to Bitcoin. When Bitcoin trades at 40K or above, ETH is always like 3,000, 3,500. So right now, if you saw what happened when the fake news came out with the ETF approval, people sold Bitcoin and moved into ETH, and even after the news came out, the ETH trade was still going on. So the rotation into ETH assets has already started. It's anticipation for the VanEck spot ETF, because that's the next trade, right? So that's happening. First deadline for the SEC, or last deadline, May 23rd. So keep an eye on that. Just look at how the ETF did the first day of trading on Coinbase OTC activity, which is over the counter. There were 7 billion in OTC volume on the first day of each trading. Basically, institutions trade OTC, if you don't know, if they want to move large amounts of capital without impacting the price on public exchanges. However, once that supply dries up, they're going to have to purchase it directly from miners, whales, or public exchanges, which really is going to send the price much higher. So, however, short term, I'm really seeing like they're arbitraging the Bitcoin based on the OTC backdoor deals with the cash crates that have been set up. So, and even the Bitcoin launch wasn't that great. It's kind of a flop. So I feel like there's some volatility, just to get more people to sell. So take account of that. This is always great to look at the long-term holders price versus short-term holders price. So both the realized price and the short-term holders price are increasing as coins continue to reprice higher. That reiterates the fact that there's new demand in this market. So you can see realized price 22,000. The short-term holders price, they're averaging at 37,500, and the long-term holders, they've got an average price of their Bitcoin buys at almost 21,000. So every market, we always see a test to the short-term holders' realized price. So Bitcoin would have to fall a further 13% to get to that level of 37,800. So that would be a 26% correction from the 49,000 on top. This is something I'm calling Bitcoin monthly hidden pattern. I don't see anyone on YouTube or anyone really talking about this, and it works so perfectly, at least for the past 3 cycles. Bitcoin has always bottomed on the 47th month. So right here, and so you guys can go on TradingView and put on the monthly chart and verify this as well. So it's always bottomed on the 47th month. Once the 47th month has reached, it resets, and then 35 months from that time has always marked the top. So you have the 35 month here, and then 47 months down, and it resets. So then you count out 35 months, you get right here, and then 47 months down here. So now it's reset. So the reset, the bottom, the 47th month was November 2022. That's a mistake. It says week 47, should say month 47. So that would mean 35 months from November 2022 puts the peak of this halving, if it follows the last 3 cycles, in October 2025. So that's important to realize. So take it what it is. Bitcoin bull market. So this is shows the drawdowns and the patterns of the past cycles. So comparing the cycle to the last drawdowns, we really haven't had any big corrections, right? Because this is a black area, right? We could see huge drawdowns, some in the 60% has reached, but this, we haven't really had anything that much. So that doesn't mean we're not going to. That just means that it's good so far, and it's making a big uptrend, right? So here's our cycle, and these are the previous cycles. So you could tell that this next year or two we're going to have a tremendous uptrend. Bitcoin short-term price actions kind of goes along with what Alex is saying, a pullback. So what I noticed here, and this is put out by CryptoCon on Twitter, so I didn't make this chart, just give them credit. At the touch of 49,000, he says Bitcoin reached a very important point on the weekly Ichimoku cloud, the top of the red line, which he's showing right here. So every cycle has hit this red line. He's saying that this has marked the mid top and a very accurate prediction of previous cycles. So I think that, if that is the mid top, that is possible to pull back to the short-term holders price of 39,000 or 37,800, which I showed previously, because it's always done that, in my opinion, before blasting off and hitting higher resistance. This is just a lot. I just want to pull these up live because I don't think that we could see as good on this chart. But this one's called the stablecoins aggregated market cap percentage change, and then the other one is Bitcoin supply and profit. So this one's really good. So if you have Glassnode or just come to these VIP sessions, this one's about stablecoins. So you can see when stablecoins really picked up, right? So you can see stablecoin sell off. It's red down here. But when you finally get the green, that's actually October 27th of 2023, right? It's actually probably a little bit more, probably right there, that one, October 23rd. So if you look at your charts, your crypto charts, when all the explosive rally we had, that really started October 2023. So you can see that the flow of stable coins into the market, then we went on the rally, right? So anytime you're in the red zone here, then you got a bear market. But once we see the inflow of stable coins into the crypto market, you're going to get a huge pump in all these coins. So we can see how exactly has happened here. Peaked off kind of mid-December, and then we started picking up at the beginning of the year. The other one, if I could touch it. The other one is just the Bitcoin percent supply and profit. So I believe this is a free one, maybe not, but this is kind of what I used to nail the bottoms, right? So I nailed the wick on Bitcoin at 15,750, right? So like the way I did is you watch this. So anytime this is all the way in the green, it's like, I can't even get it to the 22nd. Here's the 21st, right? So that's exactly when I bought 15,750. I have the screenshot on the beginning of the slide. And this is great to know that this is when to buy, right? Because a lot of people are not in profit, right? And times to sell are when a lot of people are in profit, right? So if you can see here, the peak around here was November 7th, 2021, November 12th. That was the peak of Bitcoin, right? And it's in this red area, right? So you're going to get some pullback, but anytime it gets to this where almost everyone's in profit and everyone's in euphoria all over crypto Twitter and YouTube, this is when you want to be taking profits. So right now you can see January 14th, hold it, whatever. But we're getting close to this red area, right? So if we do get a push up, it's not going to be that much more. And then look for a pullback. Great charts, great analysis. I only got a few more. So sorry, I'm going long. This one's the Bitcoin realized cap drawdown. So I'm just going to read this. So Bitcoin realized cap is the backbone of so many on-chain metrics and insights. It's really the GOAT metric. So you can see the realized cap, how it's weighted each coin in the circulating supply against the price of which it last moved. So you can see, we had at the lows, we had a realized cap of 280 billion, max drawdown 19%. This is a great indicator to track inflows in the spot market. Some almost looks like the stable coin inflows that I showed you on the previous chart. Just another way of looking at it. But you can kind of see from this orange line, this is what you're looking at. that you could kind of see it starts picking up before the rallies and after precursor. This one is also around the realized cap. This is the to valuation ratio. So on the price multiplier of Bitcoin, you can look at how much capital inflows into the realized cap per unit change. So right now, right here, you can see that we're at 0.25 in the right-hand corner, right? Every peak has been around, 0.83, 1.1, 1.74, 1.14. So if we get into the ones, that's another 4 to 5x from here. So just based on previous tops. So basically, if Bitcoin's trading 40,000, we could see a Bitcoin high of 160,000, 200K possibly. This is the realized cap change. So capital inflows the assets. Right now we're at a 468 billion. So that's just 6.4% off its high. This is the largest 30-day percent increase since December 2021. So you can see it right here. So this increase we haven't had for at least 2 or 3 years. So it's just suggesting a demand in the market. Spot on exchanges, we all know Bitcoin's moving off. There's only 12% less on exchanges. So to get long-term holders to sell, to move it back on exchanges, price needs to go higher. It's pretty obvious. And the last here is future interest. So future interest is elevated to 17.6 billion right here. So there's actually only been 146 trading days since November 2020 when it's been a larger value, and those were obviously in the bull runs. So it's good to know that, that's picking up, and we should see a really great rally this year and into next. And that was my slide. If you have any questions, let me know.
That was epic. Very nicely done. Yeah.
Nice, man. Nice.
A lot of insights there.
For sure.